What I have here is a model of the female reproductive organs, and let me give you the context that they're in here so you get your bearings. Here's a bladder, it's kind of full, the ureter of the bladder, the uterus with the ovary, the uterine tube, the fimbriae are what you see here. Back here the vagina, and here the rectum. The sigmoid colon is up here. This is cut off, the sigmoid colon. You can see the tailbone, the coccyx, and as we move up here, we can see the bodies of the lumbar vertebrae. So that's a little bit of the bearings. The external reproductive organs are here. Let's start with those first. We have the mons pubis, the little pad of fat that protects the symphysis pubic, the interpubic joint, labia minor, labia major, the vestibule or entrance to the vagina. This is the erectile tissue of the labia minor. Here we have the Bartholin's gland, or the greater vestibular gland, emptying into the vestibule and the vagina within. Right here are the pubococcygeal muscles that are exercised in prenatal classes. You learn to exercise the Kegel muscle, as it's called. The bladder again, the ureter, and then the uterus. Let's take a look at it. Notice how it's tipped forward. That's normal. When you hear of an individual with a tipped uterus, that means instead of being tipped forward, it's more or less straight up and down and is more likely to sag or to prolapse. Let's open this to the mid-sagittal view now and look at it again. Here we see the symphysis pubis, or interpubic joint. We see the bladder, which is mostly empty with its mucosa, and we can see the muscularis. Here we have the uterus with its fundus, or dead end part, body, the uterine cavity, and the cervix. The opening here is just part of the model. It has no bearing on reality. The layers of the uterus are the endometrium, shown in pink and red. It has 2 layers. And the myometrium, the muscular layer. It's the muscle that can grow the most in terms of smooth muscle in the body. It grows very much larger during pregnancy, and equally as impressive, it shrinks down in a matter of a few weeks after pregnancy. And then the perimetrium, which is continuous with the membrane lining, as you see here. The external os is the opening of the uterus, or of the cervix, I suppose we could say. Here's the vagina internally. Again, we've got rectum and anus. If we look up here, we can see, and I'll tip this a little forward for you, that's what I'll do, so that you can see the fallopian tube, which opens with a fringe called the fimbriae. The fimbriae are sticky fingers that wiggle and can pick up an ovulated egg. Here's the ovary itself. The uterus is held in place by several different ligaments. This is the round ligament that goes to the inguinal canal. This is the ovarian ligament, and not easy to see here. Let's see if I can show you by putting this back. This particular membrane, where it joins with its mate on the other side, not shown, then attaches to the body wall and is called the broad ligament and is a major support of the uterus. At ovulation, an egg is released from the ovary, picked up by the fimbriae, and then moved by tiny microscopic hairs called cilia, and also smooth muscle movements into the uterine cavity.